Hello there everyone, welcome back to another video. Now before we get into the main point of this video, I wanted to actually go over something that you may find interesting. So over the next few upcoming weeks, I've got something really exciting happening to this channel and to my Instagram. Now I don't want to talk it up, I don't want to speak too much about what it's about, but just know that something new is coming, something exciting is coming. And it's a little bit out of the norm to what I normally post on here, so stay tuned for that. But if you're new here, my name is Michalis Fotis and I'm looking to get further towards my version of success. And this channel, my Instagram, is all about entrepreneurs, founders, CEOs, people that actually care about their goals and are more than willing to sacrifice and put in effort to get towards them. And so if that criteria suits you and fits you, then I can only welcome you to the channel and thank you for being a part of the journey that I'm going on and a part of the journey that many other people are going on as well. And here's where all of those people come together to share their experiences. And so the first stage of trying to become successful or to make money online or to get a healthier body, to become more knowledgeable in a certain topic, it's really simple when you think about it. It's super simple to do, right? You send outreach or you run ads and people come through those ads and you get paid because you sell them your offer. Right, that sounds super simple, right? But the whole thing is that it's not. It's really hard. It's simple to do, but it's really hard to execute. And that's the reason why so many people get misled and eventually why they give up. Because everyone's fed this idea that it's super simple to make money online or to get that healthier body. And that is 100% true. It's super simple. If you think about it, it's really easy, right? You just do exercise and then you lose weight and you have a healthier body. That's really simple, but it's really hard to do. And so having something that's simple but hard to do is always the reason why loads of people enter it but very few people finish it. And so that's the post I made on my Instagram not that long ago. I said, many start, few finish. Do both. And so you need to do both things because you're fed this lie, you're fed this idea that you're going to do it in 2 months, in 3 months, when that isn't the case, and that's just not the reality of trying to be successful online. And so stop believing it. But what I want you to know is that it's really easy to do when you have the right systems in place and when you understand what it is that makes people tick. That's exactly the things that I'm trying to learn on here and the things that I'm trying to document. And so that becomes then simple to do. But once again, you have to do it loads of times and it's really hard to execute. And so I think the lack of determination, the lack of willpower from people nowadays is a real issue because people think about doing these things all the time. They tell their friends they're going to read a book, they tell their friends they're going to get that six-pack or whatever it is your aim is, but then they never end up following through. And so I want you to not be one of those people. If you're going to tell someone you're going to do something, do it. But more importantly, it's what you do when no one knows about it. And that's probably one of the hardest things in entrepreneurship. Doing the same thing every single day, seeing no results from it, and somehow you still think that tomorrow is going to be the day. Because if you think about it, it's super illogical, but it's the same trait that every single entrepreneur that is successful or that is going to be successful has had. They keep thinking that tomorrow is going to be the day, or this next post will work, or this next outreach will work, this next new headline will work. And they've done thousands, hundreds of those iterations before and none of them have worked, but for some reason this next one's going to work. So it seems super illogical and something that you think is probably stupid to think about, but you have to have belief in the fact that if you trust the process, if you do it enough times, if you keep persisting, if you keep actually caring about your goals and keep pushing forward towards them, then you will achieve them. And so I want you to think like that. By the end of this video, you should be doing one thing at least that you've been putting off. That's what I want you to do. After you finish this video, click off it now if you have to. Do one thing you've been putting off. Make that cold call. Take the sales calls. Send the outreach. Whatever it is you need to do. But it's really simple to do that. It's really simple to copy and paste a message and send it on email. Or it's really simple to have a look at someone's Instagram profile and see if they need your help. Right? That's simple. But doing it loads of times over is something that's really hard. So it's simple but really hard. And so when you come to think about it, the success online that you see is not realistic, at least within your first year to 2.5, 3 years. You're not going to see that. You need to put in the groundwork. You need to keep doing it every single day. Keep working at your goals in some way every single day by doing the main work, doing the things that actually move the needle. And stop focusing on things like building a logo, making your website look fancy, because trust me, a website with no leads going to it is completely pointless. And so you need to make sure that you're doing the right things first. So if you lack people knowing about your stuff, you lack people knowing about your product, your e-commerce course, anything, the first job is to get leads coming in. And when they come in, then you need to have an offer for those people that are coming in. You can offer them something. And then when you offer them something and they take it, you need to know how you're going to actually deliver it. But you need to do that as well as making sure you have an offer, because you can't sell something if you don't know what you're delivering. And so it's this whole process of understanding what it is you need to do first, second, third, fourth, and all the way down the line until you have a successful business. Because building everything else first and then releasing something that no one wants is probably the biggest waste of your time. So don't do that. What you need to do first is make sure people actually have a demand for what it is that you're doing. Make sure people actually struggle with the problem that it is you're solving, rather than just thinking, yeah, people must struggle with this problem. They must have this, pain that I'm thinking of, but do they? Is there millions of people that post about it? Is it trying to grow your personal brand and loads of people want to do that because they know that's the way to true freedom? Is it something else, right? And so you just need to think about it in a logical way and think about the way you're going to get there in an illogical way. You're going to get there by doing the same thing over and over again, and it hasn't worked previously, but for some reason it's going to work tomorrow. That's illogical. But you need to think logically about how you're going to do it. Well, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. So it's simple but hard. Once again, it is a really difficult process to go through. Many people start it, very few people finish it. And you need to be one of those people that do finish it. Because trust me, the absolute development you'll see in yourself and the development you see of the people around you that may be a part of it, maybe you bring along with you, is something that you couldn't be more proud of, right? And it's something that you need to build over time. I'm not saying this time next year you're going to be, this multi-billionaire and you're going to have every single thing that you wanted, or that perfect body, or the perfect knowledge in that certain topic, because that probably won't happen. But if you didn't start, then nothing would happen at all. And so you need to start, you need to get going. And understand that it's probably going to take a longer time than what you anticipated. A lot of people expect their first 10k month in 3 months. And yeah, sure, some people do achieve that, but most don't. And so you need to be part of the most that keep going even when they're seeing the results, because the longer you wait, the greater the reward will be. I genuinely have a belief in that. If you're seeing the results for a long period of time, when you find something that clicks, because you've been struggling, because you've been trying that for so long, you're then going to go, I know what works now, I'm going to replicate that over and over and over again. And you're going to be relentless compared to someone who has always seen what's worked and has always made it work. And, they just think, well, the next thing I try is going to work, so why don't I just wait a few days or a few weeks? They're not going to be as hungry as you. And that's because they haven't struggled in the way you have. And so they haven't developed the mindset of being determined, being disciplined, because maybe they have just been genuinely lucky, or maybe they have just invested into someone to take them to 10k per month instantly. But either way, they're not going to have the same level of determination as the person who goes through the struggle, and that's honest. And even investing in a mentor, there's still going to be struggle involved. By investing in a mentor, don't think there's going to be no work involved. But a mentor, if it's done for you, and as in they do the thing for you, then you won't have any struggle, and you probably won't develop that much as a person. But if it's done with you and they show you the way and you go through the struggles with them, then they get to guide you through the struggles, so you still build that discipline, that determination, and you still get to achieve the result at the end, but just quicker. And so it's all about what you want to do and how you want to do it. But becoming successful online, having this business that everyone talks about, being the Bali entrepreneur, all of these things sound great. And they sound super simple to achieve, and everyone makes it out like it's really easy to do. You can do it in a year, you can do it in 2 years, and maybe you can. I hope you can. But what you also need to bear in mind is that it's really hard, and many people start this. And I'm not just saying a few people. Pretty much, I guarantee you, everyone you know has at least tried to start one side hustle. I guarantee you, pretty much everyone you know has tried to do one side hustle. Whether that's car washing, whether that's e-commerce, whether that's drop shipping. Someone has tried something, and most people around you will have. And now ask yourself how many of those people are still doing it today. And that's because they lack the discipline, they lack the drive to do it. But I know by watching this video through to the end, you're not that person. And so I thank you very much for watching. Remember to take it one step at a time, and I'll catch you in the next one.